First, if you hear that noise, that is my husband snoring. He's sick, so I doped him up, and he's off to La La Land right now. But this tutorial is just going to be on my eyebrows. I did have a video up, but I deleted it, so I'm replacing it with this one. I kind of updated my method a little bit, so first you want to start out by arching them, and I've already done that, or plucking your whatever method you use to get rid of the stray hairs. As you can see, they have a pretty decent arch after I finish arching them, so I just fill in the sparse parts. There's nothing really, to it, but you want to see it, so here it goes. I use a brown Black Radiance pencil, and the first thing that I'm going to do is start at the end. I start at the end because I just sharpened, and this is going to give me the sharpest edge. So we just pencil it down as far as we want it to go, and then we're going to start joining that together. Now, the actual sharpness of my brows have nothing to do with this particular pencil. It comes more from the concealer that I use to clean it up, and you'll see that in just a second. So for all the people that ask me what do I do to my brows, this is it. There's no real magic to it, but it does take a little time to get it right, and very often you're not going to get them perfect, so don't even try it. And like I said before, eyebrows are meant to be sisters, not twins. They do not have to be exactly alike. You want, of course, to get them as close as possible. But if you find that they aren't coming out the way you wanted it, or one is a tad off, it's okay. Because contrary to popular belief, they don't have to be perfect. Now, of course, we all would like perfect brows, but hey, my baby is calling them cows. So I'm just penciling it in. And when I get to the end, I don't like that hard edge. I kind of like it soft towards the closer you get to the beginning of the brow. So that's what we have here. Once you get it penciled in pretty good, I just take a spoolie, and the spoolie is this, and I just simply comb the color over just to mix it in. And I do the same with the other brow. Then after I comb it over, then you can really see where it's sparse at. And you basically want to do little check marks. You don't want to draw harsh lines. I see some people drawing a harsh line at the bottom and following it. That is fine to do if you don't really have brows. But since I have brows, it wouldn't make much sense for me to be trying to draw a very harsh line. Okay, so here is where the defining part comes in at. I take a stiff brush. It's really stiff. And I use concealer to highlight the brows. That's where the actual, and everybody be like, oh, they look so perfect. That's why, because I use the concealer. And this is just the Avon concealer. You want to go with something thick, Try to get something thick. And here we go. I hold my eyebrow a little taut right there. And I simply just draw a line in the shape of my arch. Okay, I let it sit there for a minute. I'm going to pull it down. I hope you can see. I hope I'm not out of view. I'm going to pull it down. And this is also going to serve as my concealer. I mean, not my concealer. My highlight. You don't actually have to have a highlight. You do it this way, your concealer can serve as a highlight, if you like it to. If you want some color there, that's fine. So, this is how we begin to shape them. So what I do is I put that on, I let it sit for a minute. Not a minute, but just a little bit so it can harden up just a little bit. Because I kind of want it to stay there. Okay? And then once you're done with that at the bottom, I just take the bottom of that and blend it down. And that also is going to give me an extra base for my eyeshadow. And I take this part and blend it up. And this is where the sharpness of the brows, I hope you can see. This is where the sharpness of the brows come in at. And I'm just blending that up slightly. Like so. And I do the same. And I blend that out. Go back to the bottom. Okay, so we have one done. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other one. And I am getting ready to do a toot, Christmas look. So, and as you can see, I use a very sharp line. And just blend that down. Okay, and let it sit right there for a second. And then go over the top. And this will give you the perfect brows every time. It gives the illusion of a freshly arched eyebrow. And mine actually was freshly arched, but I still like to do it because it just looks so pretty to me. Okay, so we're going to take that. And as you can see, I'm not grabbing it all the way from up in there. I'm just taking the very end and blending it down. Like that. And to the top. So you want to blend that out. Normally I wouldn't be using this hand, but well, I would be using this hand, but not this angle. I'm trying to make sure y'all can still see. Then blend that up like that. And you are just about on your way to the perfect brow. And that's it. I look at them and make sure that they're even. Make sure I have they're the same length, actually. And that one is a little shorter. Like I said, I don't really like that harsh beginning. Okay. So, that is my brow. I'm looking behind because there's a mirror behind. But that's it, y'all. I hope that was helpful. It's pretty simple. Let me turn the light off so you can really see. Okay. So, that was it.